welcome to On the Beat, the podcast that uncovers full frontal male nudity in cinema. My name is Laura, and I am joined by my cabin mate, Ryan.
This film is fucking gross.
This is a really gross movie to be the final of Spooky Penis Month 2025. I couldn't keep my eyes on it.
It's gross. It's really gross, but it's like surprisingly gross. And that's not to say that I didn't dislike it, but there seems to be this prevalence. This is older. This is from 2009, but I watched that Bring Her Back today as well, and that's also just kind of gross for the sake of being gross because none of it makes sense. So
I'm sure everybody already knows because they clicked on this episode that we are covering Cabin Fever 2 Spring Fever, like you said, from 2009, which is a horror comedy. Comedy questionable, in my opinion. Some of it's kind of funny. Directed by Ty West, which is our first of probably a few Ty West. Not right now. In the future, I'm sure.
Yes, potentially. He is quite prolific. Whoever he is and what he's done.
I wouldn't say he's prolific, but he has.
He's not prolific?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you wrote it down, but Anyway, starring such actors as Noah Segan, Rusty Kelly, Alexi Wasser, and Giuseppe Andrews. The synopsis for this is a beautiful sentence. A high school prom faces a deadly threat. A flesh-eating virus that spreads via a popular brand of bottled water. And the tagline is, "This time it's spreading." I'm sure a lot of people saw Cabin Fever when it came out, the OG.
I just don't remember it like at all. It's completely forgettable. But I do remember seeing Cabin Fever. Was that also gross?
Yes. It's a flesh-eating virus. I remember quite liking Cabin Fever. There was a lot of cabin movies that kind of came out in the early 2000s, so I sometimes mix it up with
Cabin in the Woods. Because the one that broke the mold was, Cabin in the Woods, which is kind of more a play on, like it's a very kind of, I wouldn't say it's a parody, but it's like it twists conventions, like that sort of thing.
That movie's fantastic.
It's very good, yeah. It's very good.
So, do you want to let us know about Ty West?
Yes. This
is a funny one to kind of break down his filmography, considering his thoughts on this film, but I'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you told me he wasn't prolific. I thought he was, but anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Prolific means he has a lot of work under his belt, right?
He does.
Okay.
He does have a fair amount under his. I mean, I didn't feel like it was wrong. Anyway, regardless. Ty West, he's an American film director, producer, screenwriter, editor, cinematographer, and actor. I would say he's one of the more well-known horror directors at the moment, because certainly horror directors are getting more of a platform now. Like, their films are being sold off the back of their directorship. So I think he's within that. He's within that frame. Who's that other one? Osmond what?
Osgood Perkins.
There you go. Completely wrong. Yeah, he's selling films on the basis of his name alone.
Well, yeah, I mean, because of who's his daddy? Who's your daddy?
Who's my daddy?
Well.
No. God,
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I don't know why you had to open up that can of worms.
But who's Osgood's daddy? You know.
Isn't it Anthony Perkins?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's a Nepo baby.
No, he was in one fucking movie. He was in Psycho. Like that's
Anthony Perkins?
Yeah. He was in Psycho.
That's a prolific career. You're mistaken.
Yeah. Anyway, right, doesn't really matter. But anyway, he's Ty West. Ty West is best known for his work in horror. Let's just say that much. And we'll probably cover this. But anyway, I think you probably had this in your notes as well. But he wished to disown Cabin Fever 2 and give directing credit to Alan Smithee. Do you know who Alan Smithee is?
Don't ruin my notes. Don't fuck with me right now. Shut your hole about Smithee. Continue on with your job.
Okay.
Don't try to take my job.
Well, I'll
I do the research around here.
I'll clarify that line by saying that he cited editing and interference. They kept on fucking with these movies, so he didn't want to be credited for it anymore. He's worked with several mumblecore alumni, most notably Joe Swanberg, also Adam Wingard, who did another couple of horror movies as well. I think one of them was You're Next, which is whatever. Yeah, so there is that. But yeah, I'm not allowed to say anything else about Ty West in case he fucks up your notes. But I just have his filmography next.
That's what I want. I just watched Anthony Perkins in a movie the other day because I'm really into Jeff Bridges right now, and he was in a movie called Winter Kills. And I just wanted to say that you're wrong about Anthony Perkins. So go on and talk about Ty West's filmography.
Well, let's just be fair here. It's very rare that I'm even right. So, but I'm only going to cover, he did one web series, which I will say, and I'm just covering his feature film stuff, but there's a bunch of shorts and stuff out there. So we have The Roost from 2005, Triggerman 2007, House of the Devil 2009, Cabin Fever 2 2009, The Innkeepers 2011, VHS 2012, ABC's of Death also from 2012, The Sacrament from 2013, In a Valley of Violence in 2016, and then we have the X trilogy, which is X in 22, Pearl in 22, and Maxine in 2024. But yeah, he's also known for doing the web series Dead and Lonely that was from 2009 as well. So it was a pretty busy year for 2009. So yeah.
Can I talk about my notes that you almost tried to steal from me about Alan Smithy? Because some people like me might not know. They're not a film knowledge cavern such as yourself.
Yeah.
You knew about Alan Smithy before you realized that he tried to Alan Smithy this movie.
So, yeah.
Okay, you knew about it.
No, here's the thing. You say, like, I'm just a cavern of, like, film knowledge, but, like, how fucking useful is it? Let's be honest. It's not that useful. So,
I mean, what is...
Well, it helps us on a film podcast.
There
I'm not going to lie. Yeah, that's true. Because I've had no knowledge of this at all.
You learn about the things you like. And, it's helpful for me. And we're going to tell the people about Alan Smithy. We meaning me. I'm going to say it because I wrote the notes. And I was excited because I went into a really deep Alan Smithy hole last night because I didn't know about it. This is new to me. That's
okay. You know what? I'm really sorry. Because you know what? One day we'll wake up, we'll look in the mirror, and we'll be 80.
Here's the thing. And I've said this time and time again. You're the film person. I'm the movie person. So I didn't know about this.
Yeah. I'm a big pretentious wank.
Even though I'm sure a lot of the motion pictures that have Smithy attached to it are movies and not...
They're almost definite. Because I was going to say Cabin Fever 2, just by virtue of the fact that it's a sequel to, a relatively fine horror movie. Yeah, this is definitely a movie.
Yeah.
And we watch more movies than films. I'm more inclined to watch a movie now because it'll cheer me up. Because I remember watching Halloween Resurrection the other day, just in the morning. Just watching that because it's fucking hilariously bad.
I watch films sometimes. Okay.
I even was going to watch Halloween H2O because I was just like, I'm curious about this. Anyway, carry on.
Thank you. So for those of you who don't know, which is also me, I didn't know, Alan Smithy is the official pseudonym of the Directors Guild for directors who disown a project that they've worked on. It was basically discontinued after the year 2000, but it was created after the production of a film called Death of a Gunfighter in 1969. There were two directors, Don Siegel and Robert Totten?
Robert Totten, yeah.
They shot almost equal parts of the film. One had more days on the film, but they had almost the same amount of footage. And they couldn't decide on who should get credit. So then they made up this name. And then it just kind of became the name that people use when they just were like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Or I take my damn name off of this movie. And what I found incredibly fascinating was that in 1997, a film starring Eric Idle called An Alan Smithy Film, Burn Hollywood Burn, where a man named Alan Smithy wishes to remove his name from a film that he directed, but he's unable to do so because the only pseudonym he's permitted to use is his own name. And interestingly enough, the director of that film wanted his name removed because of how it was recut, and also it was the last feature film to actually utilize that pseudonym.
Right. Okay.
So the last film to use the pseudonym Alan Smithy as the director was a film about Alan Smithy.
Yeah.
So
Pretty clever. Pretty clever. Yeah.
I want to see that film. I'm going to watch it soon. I'm very excited. And I heard it's absolute garbage, but I can't wait.
Okay. Okay.
And so Ty West couldn't get his name removed from this film because he was not a member of the Directors Guild at the time. So they denied him. And yeah, as you said before, he disowned the film, saying it's a product of the producers and the executives and not his own vision.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say there's a lot of stylistic flourishes in this film. Like it's one of the few things that actually makes it interesting. Because other than the all-out gore and nastiness, there's a sense of style to the film, which is probably one of the reasons why I liked it so much.
I like the music.
Yeah, I mean, there's very little that the film does wrong, in my opinion. It kind of just, well, that's the thing. This is what it is. This is what you were expecting kind of going into it.
Right.
This gross, nasty, little horror movie. And it's kind of just stupid as well. It's just super fucking gross. And yeah, I think I like the fact that it kind of just owns the fact that it's gross. And it's just that sort of thing. I mean, I don't know. I like a lot of trauma movies, and those films are pretty gross. Really gross.
Maybe there's something about the colors that they utilize in this motion picture that make it extra gross and squishy that I don't love. But
I think it's because it's if you think about trauma and stuff like that, they're using a lot of different icky things that are all different sorts of colors. And it's less realistic. Because certainly when you start to see the pus and things like that.
And there's chunky blood and it's fleshy.
Yeah, clotted blood, all that sort of thing. Then yeah, I can probably kind of see. Because there was parts of Cabin Fever too that I'll be honest, I was like, this is a lot. This is a lot. Because even after you think the film ends and it has that bit near the end, I'm like, I don't know if I need to see that. But yeah, it's something.
They have a connective tissue between the original Cabin Fever, which is actually set in a cabin, to this, which has nothing to do with a cabin. No cabin in sight, I guess, because the beginning of the film starts with Ryder Strong from the original film.
Right.
Who's all melty and covered in flesh virus.
Yes.
Who stumbles out of the woods and then gets smushed, which I love the beginning of the
movie. Yeah, it's like that
Very
bit
funny.
in RoboCop that you love so much.
I do love that.
Yeah, where he gets burned by the acid.
Yeah, that's really good. But see, that's a different color. I know that RoboCop's quite bloody, but when he explodes in RoboCop, it's not red and gooey. It's like a greeny, browny color, isn't it?
It's kind of like browny, fleshy.
Slushy.
Yeah, it's kind of
but not blood.
Yeah, but it's like he's just disintegrated into water. It's kind of gross. His whole body's breaking down.
I wish I could do the sound he makes. Oh, so funny. I love that movie. Well,
yeah.
Ryder Strong and Giuseppe Andrews, who plays the cop in this film, are the only characters from the original to appear in this sequel. So, I did not do my due diligence and rewatch the original. So I just remember.
No, we probably could have. And you know what? Just because we can, we might. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll become very familiar, and I don't think it'll be as good as this one.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I like the original. It has a teen heartthrob of all of us who were born in the late 1980s.
Yeah,
Ryder Strong from Boy Meets World.
Okay,
He had the hair.
Boy Meets World.
Topanga and
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ryder Strong was in all the Teen Beat and Tiger Bop or whatever magazines.
I know. Well, we keep on bringing it up as well. It's just Teen Beat. I don't like the name of a magazine called Teen Beat.
Bop.
It really does. Or Teen Pop. Oof, right. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, no, it's BOP with an exclamation. Bop was another one of those. Anyway, right.
Yeah. I have no interest in it.
I did note that Judah Friedlander has one of my favorite lines in this film where he says, "Look, man, she said she was 18. I always believe what children say."
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
And the virus is a necrotizing fasciitis, by the way. That's your flesh-eating disease that everybody has.
Okay, yeah.
And I noticed that the virus probably spread so well because the people of this town are incredibly hydrated by all of those delicious bottles of water.
They do, yeah.
They're chugging it down. They don't even use tap water. They use that specific bottled water for everything.
Yeah. It was like exclusive water.
We do get to prom, and so our very first penis scene happens at 35 minutes and 48 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, this is the scene that I remembered in the back of my head. Out of all of the years of research that I've done, I remember this, and it's not a great scene. The visibility is absolute trash. But
it's poor, yes. It's very
spoilers,
poor.
it's not the only one. So...
No, but we'll talk about the other one.
Right. Did I say it was 35 minutes and 48 seconds?
You did. Yeah, because I'm
doubling down.
Yeah, we're not. Literally my notes are just like one word things. You know, like it starts with splurge, the fucking deputy, the animated titles. Booty is one down here. I've got one
That's
quotations.
very helpful.
Yeah, there's one in quotations that just says you're gay. There's another one I said, which is bully fucker. And then I have cold sore on her mouth, blowjob, spit out the semen. And there's another line here as well. It says makini smackini, which is a line in the film for whatever reason. And yeah. Also, there's a nail. Nail comes off as well before this happens. But this is the one about Rick, right? This is Rick's scene.
Yes. So we have...
I just wanted to bring everybody up to speed up to this point.
Illuminating. Absolutely.
It's a real... I think the film's just kind of a real... Like, it's a bit of a mess. Like, what it is.
Well, how long is this movie?
It's
like
maybe
88
minutes. Yeah,
it's
real
great.
Short, yeah.
So it's not a problem. I mean...
Yeah, it doesn't stop long enough for you to actually give a fuck about any of the characters, to be fair.
I had
because there's
no
so many of
idea
them. Yeah.
who anybody was.
You don't care.
Any of the 30-year-old high school students. I didn't know who they were. The hairline on the main one was fantastic.
Well, he's also in Brick, if I remember correctly. He's like the sleazy boyfriend that gets the poor girl killed or something in Brick.
Okay. Well, in this penis scene, number one, Frederica is making some delicious punch for the prom because I guess she's on the prom committee. Not that I knew enough about her to discern that information. And Rick shows up, who looks like a playboy of high school. Again, I didn't know anything about anybody in this movie.
Well, we've also established Rick. He's a bit of an asshole, and he's friends, and I think they are making a bet on who can jump the bones of the big girl in school.
Okay. Well, that's a classic prom American movie trope where
there's a lot of tropey stuff in this.
It's
that's
prom,
just kind of
hence you must get laid.
You have to. Yes, it seems like a rite of passage.
So Rick takes Frederica to the indoor pool and they take off their clothes. And it is a very, very wide shot from the other side of the pool. And you see them both take their clothes off and jump in.
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't jump in, though.
She gets in.
She gets in eventually. But yeah. It's like... Yeah. It's one of those, and I mean it just kind of gets grosser and grosser as that kind of goes on, until obviously the flesh-eating virus gets its way. But yeah, it's so wide, it's so long. Even on our big TV, I struggle to see Rick's dick.
Yeah, if you're trying to discern anything about that in detail, it would not be possible.
No.
But, you know.
But it's there.
It got us to watch the movie, and then we got a special surprise later. But before we get to that,
That's what you want to refer to it as.
I do,
yes.
because that the last penis scene really perked me up.
Ooh, Jesus. Right. Yes.
Also, while the two are in the pool fooling around before everything goes tits up, one of the school caretakers who's infected, everyone's infected, right?
Yeah.
They've got lesions and all sorts of icky stuff.
Yep.
He pees in the punch like you do. And it starts off strong. It like starts a regular pee.
Well, it's like, it's a fantastic choice for comedy's sake, is that it's an incredibly strong piss that just begins to thicken up and get redder and redder. And it's just like, it's just really gloopy and stuff by the end of it. It's so fucking awful.
I love that his reaction is just only slight concern at the fact that he's peeing pure, thick, red blood.
Yeah, I mean, that's
just
kind
like,
of,
ooh, and then pops it back on the table for everyone to drink. And
that's probably one of the tamest bits in the film, to be fair.
That was just one of the times that I looked up because I was very grossed out.
Yeah.
I don't feel as though I'm quite a squeamish person necessarily. There's things that get me all heebie-jeebied out and stuff. And I maybe just don't seek out these types of films where it's all squishy and gore heavy, and that's where you're getting your horror elements from. I'm more of a ghost story type of person. Yes. I'm more of a spooky, there's a monster in your closet sort of thing.
Yeah, draw me into it. Draw me into it first.
I don't think that gore for gore's sake is horror. Necessarily. Because there's nothing, there's not a single thing in this that's scary.
No, there's some jump scary stuff in it, which is fine, but it's not like it's not good. It's cinema. It's like, oh, we got a bunch of kids at the cinema, just give them a jump scare to satiate them because their attention spans are so short.
Or so they can jump over and grab a boob or something.
Yeah, just
they're like, oh, whoops.
Yeah, like ha ha ha.
Well, you mentioned earlier the cold sore.
Yeah,
which wasn't a cold sore. It was a necrotized lesion on her lip. But she goes downtown on one of the guys with the emo haircut earlier in the film, and literally anything that happens if someone's touching each other in their skin, even in the slightest of ways, you're infected, right? It's skin to skin, you're going to get infected by this thing.
Yep.
So she's going to town, like almost, what is it called when you get a blowjob when you're taking a poop?
Oh, Blumpkin.
A Blumpkin. Because I know he's not doing a Blumpkin.
Like, I knew that so quickly.
I know. That's why I asked you.
I know. I'm sorry.
He's not doing a Blumpkin because they're just in school.
He's not doing a Blumpkin.
But he is sitting on the toilet and she goes to town. Doesn't she have braces as well?
Yeah, there's gross. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Everyone's falling apart. But anyway, when she's going to town.
She has braces, so obviously the blowjob he's getting is kind of surprisingly painful. His skin's getting caught on the braces. I think that's what that was.
I think that you're missing logistics of that because the braces are on the front of your teeth. How is she getting the braces metal bit on the fleshy bits?
It's just a tropey thing. It's just a trope thing from movies of this ilk.
That doesn't happen.
No, I'm not saying that's what happens. I'm saying this is what happens in this movie, and it's all kind of tropey and slightly kind of, it's very familiar.
Also, why would she have braces still?
I don't know. She was a 30-year-old stripper who was going to high school. Right. That's what she looked like.
Well,
so
she was.
Yeah, in actuality, she probably was. Anyway.
Okay, so we jump forward to 55 minutes and 42 seconds into this movie, and you're waiting because everyone is literally falling apart. You got fingernails, teeth, bits of skin. Mm-hmm. Everyone's coming apart.
Yep.
And you're like, what's going to happen to that guy's dick? Because you know that it's gonna be pretty nasty.
I'd kind of forgotten that, like, we're obviously going to have to come back to this at some point during the course of the movie. So then when he goes to, like, have a little look and be like, oh, I'm in pain, you're like, oh, fuck, here we go. This is going to be the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Another thing, like I said, it perked me up because I wasn't looking because I was very grossed out. And then I
God.
look and I see this monstrosity. And I'm like, what a treat. What a treat this, obviously prosthetic penis, but used in the best of ways. See, this is how you can get a prosthetic dick in a movie and you really utilize it to its full potential. You get it oozing, you get it squishing, you get it all wet and gross, and you really get in close so you can see the whole thing.
It's
so
just fucking awful.
Obviously, it's just an infected, oozy, pussy, creamy-looking wiener. Making Ryan squirm. It was foul, and it was fantastic. And, of course, everyone was very upset in the film, seeing his penis look so haggard.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough stuff. But you know what's better than that, though?
What?
Fucking Mark Borchardt shows up. Fucking Coven, man.
Say his last name again.
Borchardt.
Okay.
How would you say it?
Borchardt.
Borchardt.
I guess it's similar.
Borchardt.
Coven.
Fucking Coven, man. Yeah, Coven from American Movie.
It's weird. I said American Movie earlier, and I wasn't even referencing Mark. But man, I love that dude. When he showed up, I screamed a little. I'm like, what? This is why I rated the movie higher, because that guy popped up and he's fantastic.
Yeah. He's very good. He's very good. Certainly when he goes to bribe the cop as well.
He does like a people's elbow on the cop.
Yeah, he does it's like, oh, Butterfingers.
It's fantastic. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's funny watching this, after what the world has been through in terms of infection and whatnot. But you go, yep, that is how infection spreads. That's how disease spreads. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And really makes you think about the things that we do.
It really does.
It's gross. Oh, that whole stripper scene at the end is so foul as well.
The sweaty inside leg.
Well, there's so many times in this movie where there's just a juice that's emanating from an infected person, and then it gets licked. A lot of like creamy infection gets put in people's mouths.
Oh no, God!
She's like deep throating a pen covered in goo. Oh, it's so gross.
It's just nasty.
It's just gross to be gross. And you're right.
God.
The more I'm thinking about it, it is pretty amusing. But do I want to revisit this? No.
No, probably not.
No.
But I don't think anyone really would have, unless it was for these scientific purposes that we have.
However, if I did
revisited it generally anyway.
If I did see it at the thrift store, I would be like, okay.
Yeah, I would buy it.
Yeah. There are a few homages to the original film, like the rabbit mascot for the school is a reference to where Paul in the original sees a guy in a rabbit suit when he's in the hospital, I believe.
Okay.
And the water company in the original was called Down Home Spring Water, and this one's just Down Home Water. And towards the middle of the movie, there's those two dudes who are watching a movie.
Okay.
They're watching Cabin Fever.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. Do you have any other notes, by the way?
Oh, I mean, here's the thing.
You just have words.
Yeah, unfortunately, because there's not.
You wrote gooey kisses.
I did write gooey kisses because I was like, do they not understand that even if they do cut his hand off, because they cut his hand off, like the blood's getting everywhere and that has the infection in it already.
Also, she's touching his hand like where there's infection.
Yeah.
To hold the hand down.
Yeah.
Hence, infected.
Yeah. But they have a nice gooey kiss, because that's also something that's completely useless in the film as well. Is like who's in love with who nonsense is just kind of stupid. To the point where, like, he screams at her at one point and he says, where does it? Yeah, you'd have to be retarded to not see I'm in love with you.
Oh, that part.
Where he just, like, guilts her into, like, falling
That-
in love with him. It's fucking insane.
That male bullshit where he
Yeah.
believes that he is owed a woman's love for being a little simp bitch.
Yeah.
I disagree.
All he had to do was just tell her that he liked her.
Would you like to go on a date?
And then she could have
She
made...
would say, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. If I wasn't already dating this guy. But then, you know, you would just be like, well,
you can't
you know.
just pine over someone and expect them to
No.
realize. It's ridiculous.
You gotta let them know. Like, you gotta say something.
And then he just gets mad.
Yeah.
See, that is a red flag.
Yeah.
Everyone's a red flag.
Yeah.
Everyone is gross.
Everyone's kind of gross. High school, am I right?
What did they say at the very end? Prom sucks or something? Fuck prom? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Aye. Fuck
Weird.
prom.
A weird... I don't know.
It's just a weird, trashy little horror movie. That's what it is. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So,
Let's get into our ratings.
yes, let's do that. Yeah.
Well, gosh, I originally, so I'll just dive into that. I originally had wrote 1, but then I changed it, and I know that there's a prosthetic in there, but fuck it, it's Halloween. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give it like a combined 3.5 because
Yeah.
it made me laugh.
It's definitely that second scene, if we hadn't already kind of said it, is definitely not real.
It can't be,
It can't be real.
but it
just purely
amuses
by-
me. At least there's
yeah.
a mix of the two.
Yeah, because we did the same thing for Reanimator. Was the third one or whatever it was?
Right.
You know, with the rat penis. It's like we couldn't avoid it.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. It was meant to be funny. You know, that was Halloween time too.
So yeah, I mean, visibility and context, I'm gonna give it 3.5 because it was funny. The other one was fine. If I'm not mistaken, there's a decent balance of male and female nudity. Am I wrong? Because I don't remember a lot of boobs. And if there are boobs, there were at the end. They were all covered in little pustules anyway.
Yeah, that's a reveal at the end, which is that. I mean, that's also pretty gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like you also see the big girl, she gets undressed, so
Excellent.
You know, you do see that. So
there's
there's
a good balance.
good balance, a little
of
bit
bodies
of diversity. Yes.
diverse body types, all beautiful bodies covered in bits of gross pustules and
Yeah,
oozing,
nasty shit. Yeah.
whatnot. But yeah, I think there's a good balance. There's decent visibility, and it serves the movie quite well because you're
Yeah.
waiting to find out about that aftermath of that blowjob. I want to know. And we did. We found out.
We did find out.
And that was a pleasurable moment for me.
Yeah. Well, also, it just adds to, like, the trashy nature of what this thing is as well.
Yes.
Like, the nudity. Like, it would be weird if it was just kind of gross. You kind of want it, because it has that, obviously, because Eli Roth did the first one. It has got, like, a feeling of, like, trash about it. And I think it's upholding those kind of trashy principles as well. So I guess that's also another reason why it kind of gets a little bit of a higher appreciation from me.
Absolutely.
But I mean, in terms of the ratings, like from what you've said, the visibility is not fantastic, and that obviously that second scene is pathetic, but it's still fucking grim and shocking. So I would probably just kind of say I'd give it 2.5, not to argue too much, but I also agree with what you say. Also, the wide shot's way too wide, so visibility is pretty
quite wide.
Yeah,
pretty
it's also
grainy.
not. Yeah, it's also not very. Yeah, it's a bit dark as well.
yeah.
I would say. Yeah, so it's either way. So
And
I
when he
give it
gets
straight down
out-
the middle.
When he gets out of the pool, he really quickly puts on his trunks.
Yes, he does.
But then, you know what? I guess I'm fine with it. I wouldn't imagine I don't think he needs to stand there in school with his wiener out. So
No.
I get that point. I'm not mad about that too much.
No, I would, yeah. I mean, I think as well, it's also like she just starts bleeding in the pool, which is kind of
He
gross.
gets so upset like when her tooth falls out. And I'm like, why are you so mad? Why ruin the mood?
Well, maybe he thought he knocked it out. You know what I mean?
That's
like
what I thought. Maybe he bit her lip or
kissing.
something. But no, then it just all started falling apart really fast.
Yeah, it all started happening.
Like a bubbly, gooey, bloody soup.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, yeah, the minute blood gets into a sexual situation, I start like if I wasn't expecting it, I'm probably gonna not want to continue.
Okay, I was waiting because I'm like, don't be a period fearer,
No,
it's natural.
What I meant is if I'm expecting, like, I'm not wanting to have sex with someone and then I'm like they just start like cutting into their arm. Like I don't want to see that.
Or
like,
all
that's not good.
You're in a romantic moment and then all their teeth fall out, and then an ear falls off too. You're not gonna keep going.
I might find that difficult.
Their flesh starts melting off.
Or a slightly more realistic prospect.
Okay, the flesh is melting off of her, right? Okay, and you say, should I keep going? And she says yes. So you have consent. Do you finish?
There's a part of me that's thinking that like there's bits of like there's chunks of her falling off and like hitting my chest because I think she's on top.
Oh,
and I'm
that's
like,
different.
I'm like grabbing her, but it's like I'm grabbing Play-Doh and my fingers are going into it and it's also getting kind of wet. It's like Play-Doh going around a wet
But that means
balloon.
that she's still doing the work. So,
I think in this
that's
scenario, I think the scene is better because she's working hard, but the harder that she works, the more bits and bobs start to fall off of her. I was thinking more of the slightly more realistic prospect of a girl just starts having a bloody nose, like she has a nosebleed, and that would probably stop me in my tracks. I'd be like, oh no, like we need to sort this out, and then the moment will have passed at that point.
Vanilla. You could have had a strawberry shortcake. Okay, so I'm gonna rate the movie now, and I gave it a 2.5. I did not like this motion picture as much as you did. I found it icky and difficult to watch.
Yeah.
At times very, very funny. There's so many, not so many, but there's several parts of this moving picture that I enjoyed. American Movie Guy, the Uzi Wiener, the peeing in the punch, the Judah Friedlander is great. There's a lot of things that I really liked, and the movie is so incredibly short that's why I didn't rate it less, because there's a lot of good stuff, but it's not very long, so it's easily digestible no matter how icky it is. So I gave it a 2.5.
Okay. Well, I gave it more than that. I gave it a 4 because I very much enjoyed it, and I like the fact that it's just icky trash and it's gross, and I like that shit like an awful lot. So there. Yeah, I love a little bit of trash sometimes. Like you have to just be in the mood for it, and that was just something that I felt like kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
So,
no,
yeah.
I mean I will not fault you there. I also like trash, but it just this type of wet. It's like I like a wet, gross movie. What's that one with Barbara Crampton and she's in the leather?
Oh, From Beyond.
From Beyond, fantastic. Yeah. That's a different kind of this is the
different
gore. I don't love it.
Well,
like
this
Hostel. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, because Eli Roth did that. I was going to bring that up.
Okay, well there you go.
I was going to bring it up.
But into that type of thing.
That's more gore porn, and I just don't like the idea of like people being tortured for no discernible reason other than people just like want to do it, and I don't really understand the appeal of like that sort of thing, and like that cinema going experience.
Another reason why I don't hold a place in my heart necessarily for like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because I find that very upsetting. It's a great movie, but I'm not like as into it as maybe some other people are, and that's not gore like this.
No,
but it is so. It's like you can smell that movie.
It's the one of the best examples of it, like, because it kind of sets the trope up for several other movies that kind of follow after it, like The Hills Have Eyes and I would certainly say
Oh, I don't like
Hostel,
that
like Eli
either.
Roth. Yeah, but they're not like they're icky, like they're kind of nasty. Even the remake of The Hills Have Eyes, I find I have issues watching because of how fucking nasty it is. But it's just like that sort of stuff I find to be more mean spirited. I didn't really get that from Cabin Fever 2 because you're not giving enough time in the movie to really fucking care
But
about
there's no
these people.
villain either, which is a weird
No, it's
thing.
also like it's technically like an invisible enemy, and it you're kind of just like you have these certain archetypes in the story where you have like the school bully, the asshole, like the girl you like, and your goofy fat friend, and the fucking school whore, like all these different kind of archetypes of this sort of film. And they're all kind of here, but they're so cookie cutter and kind of they're entertaining enough, but like you don't care about them. I think a lot of the amusement comes from the ick factor for the film. I think
American Pie, but with necrotizing fasciitis.
yeah, like imagine if he fucked that pie and it made his dick rot off. You know what I mean? Like it's not that funny if you really think about it.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was great. That was a gross movie. And thanks everyone for coming along for the ride. Coming to you from senior prom, I suppose, with a bottle of water. I've been Laura.
I'm Ryan.
And make sure to find us on Letterboxd. You can find our information on Instagram at @onthebeat, BiTTE. If you want to leave us a review anywhere that you listen to your podcast, make sure it's a good one because we are friendly and nice people. And we deserve nice things,
And
just as you do.
Yeah, why can't we go on an upward trajectory? If you just don't like it, just don't listen to it.
That's true.
Yeah,
But
just ignore it.
That's not who I'm talking to right now. I'm
I
talking
know.
to the person listening still. So thank you guys, and we will see you next time. Why are you recording still?
No,
What are you trying to do?
No, because at the very beginning, like you put me off because you did this thing. You just kind of you're like, oh, I'm ready to go, and you went, oh. It's just like I don't fucking hold myself.
Did you like it? I think it's because I wasn't sure if I was going to go because I tend to do that.
It was funny. Anyway.